Psychoactive won't be your captive. Won't be your pawn, your thrall, your detainee. Won't be your bed bouncer. Who is normal? Won't be jacket strapped, captivated. I won't be capsized. I'm activated. Reckless flex, overly combative. 'Cause I'm done being your captive. Can't snap, won't snap, hyperreactive. I'm no one's captive. Get up, step back, what is normal? Break free. I'm no one's captive. No dead weight, freak out, static inertia. Welcome to the new normal. Can't be your pawn, your thrall, your detainee. I'm not your bed bouncer. 'Cause who is normal? No wonder you're padded wall submissive. You straight jacket trudge. You hesitated. There's a new dawn and now I'm endless strong. I won't be your captive. I'm activated. I won't be your captive. I'm no one's captive.
Hello, good morning to you all. Hello, Afro Samurai. I hope you guys are having a good Saturday morning. Mine's has been a-okay and a little then some. Well, apart from one thing, I don't know what I did. I think I slept wrong and my lower back is killing me. But whatever, we can muscle through that. That's no big deal. I had a little bit of free time today, so I decided just to do a random morning tarot, which is funny because I think it's afternoon for majority of people. I think I'm the only one still in the morning, and I'm contemplating if I want to use my deck or not. The Tarot of Neo Fiction. So if you don't know, I created a tarot deck. Can you believe it? And I'm contemplating if I want to use it. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, that's right, Harley, you're West Coast. So, yes, Harley and I are probably the only ones in the AM. So, but yeah, that's pretty funny. Hey, hello, Josue. Welcome, good morning or afternoon, evening, whatever you are. So, I'm thinking about it, and oh, wait a second. I'm not gonna be caught off guard this time. Haha. I have where oh, well, looks like I am. I don't know where I put my notebook. Wait. Oh. Never mind, I had it right here, so I'm gonna remember to actually write down names. I know, crazy, right? What a concept. Yeah, we can get you a reading. We'll have you first, Josue. I'll be pulling them in a few minutes. Let's see. Oh my gosh, they think it's oh no, I'm sorry, Dragon. That's insane. All right, Josue, Afro, Harley. That is insane that they would. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'd have to have a talk with them. Like, that's crazy. But I appreciate the support nonetheless. And yeah, Nick, that's pretty freaking hilarious. So your mom got something. She's over there. What the heck is this? And why is there a bull on here? What's going on? So if you guys didn't know, oh, I say last week, but not really last week, but when was it? Oh, was it Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. I was live doing a podcast and I had Tez Elliott on from the Ministry of Horror. Really cool guy. I've been on Ministry of Horror a couple of times, and we might plan something for the summer to get me back on. It'll be some fun stuff, but with Taz, we were going over different little horror tropes, and just how he feels about the paranormal away from the big screen. And I gave him his first ever tarot reading, so that was fun. If you haven't seen that, be sure to check it out. There were some technical difficulties, but for once, it wasn't from my end. So it's great. Oh, and hello, Sherlin. Welcome. Oh, nice. Okay, well, it's good. I like knowing I was right. that that makes me feel good. I hope it was right in a positive way, though. I don't know. I can't remember. I do a lot of reading, so things get blurred sometimes. And have any of you guys checked out X-Men '97? My God, it's actually not bad. I don't like the animation, and I don't know, something about the animation, the look that's off, and I think part of it has to do is it's less detailed than the actual '90s show, and I know it's weird saying that, but the '90s show is actually more detailed than X-Men '97, but because it's less detailed, they're actually able to do a little bit more with the animations and stuff. But it's just, I don't know, it's something about the movement or how it looks. It's just something that's aesthetically or visually off. But apart from that, the show is actually really good. And I love that they gave my guy Cyclops some justice. Finally! They actually have him a bit more like the comics, the way he should be. So that made me happy. And hopefully they don't get Mr. Stabby McStab face just too much. But I do like what they're doing with it. And whoever made it, you could tell they actually read the comics, they understand, they like X-Men versus those Fox movies where they just love Stabby McStab face. I mean, they might as well have called it Wolverine and some other guys. But I am happy to see Cyclops is getting justice. This makes me very excited. And exactly, Afro. I mean, even though Cyclops is sometimes portrayed as the quote unquote Boy Scout, the guy, if you read the comics and actually go into his history and stuff, the dude is really freaking amazing. He's a very complex character, and I feel for him. He has a lot going through his head, and since he was a kid, jumped out of a freaking plane with his brother, got some type of head injury, got tortured in an orphanage, only to find The freaking Professor X, who was manipulating him, turned him into a child soldier, essentially. I mean, and he carries the weight of the mutants on his shoulders. Like, literally, he carries that mess and always thinking and planning and gotta do this, gotta do that. And he's very, very proficient. And I believe canon wise, I think he's a better tactician and strategist than Captain America, canon wise. Now that's saying something, but I think it works like this. The less time Cyclops has to figure something out, the more dangerous he becomes. Whereas Captain America, if he has time to figure it out, then he's pretty freaking dangerous. But as things get close to that final second, Cyclops will probably take over. But whatever, it's really cool stuff. And I just, man, I'm just happy they're doing him right. If you can't tell, I'm a Cyclops fanboy. He's always been my favorite character. And this is gonna sound so stupid, but I wonder if he became my favorite character because of the optic blast and because it's red. I'm trying to think back as a little kid. Now that I think about it, that honestly might be the reason. And I know a lot of people love Gambit. Who doesn't? Remy's pretty cool. And Remy, Remy's actually really scary powerful. So is Jubilee. Like, Jubilee, technically, her power, even though it comes out as fireworks, she's manipulating things on an atomic level. And she can literally blow mess up if she chose to, but she chooses not to and get the little firecrackers and stuff. But her power is similar to Gambit's in a way. But usually it's the psychics that get all the love and mess. But no, you gotta watch out for the little people. So, anyway, sorry, nerding out there. And oh gosh, I saw that they're still gonna continue on with the Star Wars mess. I I never in my life thought I would dislike Star Wars as much as I do now. And that's a gosh darn shame because I loved Star Wars. Like, I'm still going to purchase a lightsaber. Well, it's going to be one of those custom ones that you can get, and I plan to get it. I still like them, but it's just, oh, freaking Disney. Freaking Disney, man. The mouse done goofed up there, and I'm still bitter that they killed the expanded universe for no real reason, and I don't know, it's just not Star Wars. Same with Star Trek. I wish that thing Star Trek Discovery would go away. I think they're ending it if they haven't ended it yet. Thank God. That thing is an STD. Lord. I think same with Picard. They messed that up, and that's very much a stab in the back because Star Trek The Next Generation, that was my favorite series. It's still my favorite series. I like it better. Oh, hello, June. Welcome. I like it better than the original series. I thought Deep Space Nine was absolutely boring, and Voyager was pretty good. Voyager was decent, although Janeway is a terrible captain. Like, if there's anything you can do, if here's all the bad choices lined up, Janeway is going to choose a whole new horrible one. We're like, oh my gosh. So Janeway was such a terrible captain, but she had a good supporting crew. And Enterprise was good. Enterprise gets a lot of hate for no reason. Enterprise was actually pretty good. Archer wasn't too bad. Um, okay, I don't actually watch South Park, Nick. I never really got into South Park. I like the video games, but I never really got into. Every now and then, I would catch an episode or two. My favorite episodes being Imagination. I love the Imagination Land episodes. Those are pretty good. I like the Michael Jackson one. That's ignorant. You're just ignorant. It's totally ignorant. Even though it kind of sound like Mike Tyson. And I like I like the ones where Stan's dad, what's his name, Randy, when he was just going around fighting people, and Russell Crowe was fighting foes, looking for people to fight. I hear these Puerto Ricans, they know how to fight. They see. Yeah. So, but I don't really watch South Park, so I can't help you there. Uh, I I don't. Yeah, so I used to be huge on The Simpsons, but ugh, I don't know. For one thing, The Simpsons have been going on for too long. That's the first problem, and it lost a lot of what made The Simpsons special. They're too PC, I guess, and just too liberal. I think that's the only way to put it. You know, or just something, maybe too edgy. Yeah, I don't know, but they lost what made them special, and it's a shame. I mean, I I remember seeing this documentary where someone was mad that oh gosh, what's his name? He's an actor. He voiced like 15 different people on The Simpsons, and I can't think of his name. It's on the tip of my tongue. He played on a Showtime show called Hutch, and he was in the US terrible 90s Godzilla, although it's not terrible. I mean, it's one of those so bad it's good and not too terrible. What is his name? And he plays Snake. He used to play Apu, but the documentary they got on him because it's like, why isn't an Indian playing Apu? And it's just like, well, it's voice acting. If you can do it, you can do it. But oh my gosh, what is his name? Why is it escaping me? It's on the tip of my tongue too. It's not Harry Shearer. Uh, oh, gosh darn it. Oh well, it'll come to me later. But yeah, I used to really love The Simpsons. I enjoyed the Simpsons movie. I thought that was pretty good. And I don't know, man. They done goofed. So, and then I saw that King of the Hill is going to come back, and they're actually going forward in time. So Bobby's going to be a little bit older. Hank's going to be older. Peggy, all of them. That's going to be interesting. So hopefully they still have that. I don't know what to call it, but that redneck spunk. I don't know, but I hope they still have it. I'll tell you what, Peggy. I hope so. But anyway, let's get to some readings. Josue, you are up first. And then after Josue, we have Afro and then Harley. And I don't know who else wants one. I think Sherlyn said she wanted one. So we'll put her after Harley. Lyn. And Nick, you'll be after Sherlyn. And Dragon, you'll be after Nick. Okay, there we go. Let's get into it. Oh, you know what? I think what I'll do, I'll use my deck for a group reading at the end. How about that? Yeah, I think that'll be good because I just don't want to mess the cards up. Like, that's what it boils down to. Message from Lucifer. I could certainly try. Can't make any promises. Can't say I've ever felt Lucifer's energy or he's come and visited me, but we could certainly try and see what we can see. Oh my gosh, I really would like to crack my back right now. This is where I need a chiropractor to just teleport in, just and then leave. Although I hear once you go to a chiropractor once, you'll always have to go back because you will never feel as good as that first time or after they do whatever they do. It's all whatever pain you have is going to come back, and it's like, oh, you got to keep going. So, double-edged sword. Uh, I'm trying to think what deck we should use. Oh my God. Don't bring up yoga. Yoga and I don't get along. I've actually been attempting to do it for a minute now, and we don't like each other. Uh, you know what? Let's use the Lost Hollow. Yeah, this might be the main deck for today. So we'll use the Lost Hollow and see what we can see. This is for Josue. Is there a message from Lucifer? Or what is the message? What does he need to know? What does he need to hear? This is for Josue. This Harley, this isn't for you. This is for Josue. And I keep telling you, I tell you all the time, I don't have an angel deck. I don't know where you keep getting that from. This is for Josue. This is for Josue. This is for Josue. Let's give it one more mix. What is the message from Lucifer? What is the message for Lucifer, the morning star? Hey, did any of you see that Aurora Borealis? Oh, well, the Angel Air, it's technically not an angel deck, but okay, Harley. And, all right. Let's see what we got for you, Josue. Ooh. Mm. All right. So, let's do this. Hopefully you can see it okay. Yeah, that's not too bad. I'm still fiddling around with the camera and trying to get the image and colors and all that correct. So, we start off with the strength card. This lady here, I love this strength. Like it is just something about it that's just so beautiful to me. Like just awesome. All right, sorry. We start off with the strength card, and this is inner confidence coming out and allowing it to come out. Don't be afraid of who you are, what you are. Show it. Allow it to come out. Walk your walk, talk your talk. Right next to that, we have that five of swords, swords being air element, where our mind is, and how we're thinking. And right to that is the 10 of pentacles, and I always like to say tens are endings. And of course you see the key word is wealth, and then for the five it's defeat. But I don't necessarily think you're dealing with a defeat, and I don't necessarily think you're going to come into an abundance of wealth either. I think you have to, again, sort of face yourself, face your fears, allow that confidence, that strength to come out so you can face it, because because you will be the obstacle that stops you from obtaining the wealth of knowledge, practicality, being able to use that knowledge in a practical way, I should say. I feel like with this first row, the message is more mental than anything. Get over your mental blocks, punch them in the face, so you can reach that ending, so you can see what you've been missing out on. It's emerging. Strength is emerging from you. And yeah, you do need to walk your walk more, talk your talk, show the world who you are, or you don't necessarily have to show the world. Like sometimes people, they like to quote unquote peacock and be noticed. You could show the world without peacocking. You can have little jewelry or something like that, a little tattoo, and your way of showing it. So you don't need to be the center of attention, which this isn't saying be the center of attention. And I don't think you would do that anyway. You don't have that energy where it's like, notice me, senpai. You don't have that. But it is walk your walk, talk your talk. Don't be afraid of who you are, what you are, and get over mental blocks that you put on yourself. Get out of that mindset of I can't, or what if I fail, or and this and that. Forget that. Everyone fails, and at one point we all can't. But practice understanding, looking into guidance, and we can. And that takes us to that Ten of Pentacles, to that wealth, to what we've been trying to reach, which is what you are going to reach. But get out of the mental blocks. You got to break those suckers down, those barriers that just causes us to have self-doubt, and we think that we legit can't do it. Yes, you can. Like it reminds me of the Nutty Professor. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. That's what I want you to say, Josue. Yes, I can. I have. I will. It's done. Just something like that. It feels like you have to break through a small barrier of yourself so you could get to this sucker here. And it's things waiting for you on that other side. That's the interesting thing, because I think this goes beyond Lucifer. This is other stuff. I say beyond, but not necessarily beyond in the sense of there's something more powerful waiting and all that. No. When I say beyond, I mean with your workings. It's not just Lucifer. It's more than that. It's more to it than that. You have other things as well. And once you get through this block, once that strength truly comes out, once it emerges, you're able to connect better and see it for what it is and take it in, man. All right. Now, this is very peculiar, especially this King of Wands. I love how he looks. This guy he looks like a pimp. Like, man, he's stylish. And right next to him is the Fool. So he guides the Fool. Don't worry about too much. You are, in this case, Josue, you are the Fool. And I'm not saying like you're a fool as in you're going to do something dumb or ignorant or anything like that. I mean the Fool, and you are the student, and you are trying to find direction. This King of Wands leads you to direction. This King of Wands is interesting because he's relaxed, he's cool, calm, and he's trying to tell you, like, don't worry about it. Just listen and you will find the direction. So he's evidently speaking to you. It's just you might not, I won't say you don't like the message. You might not be receiving the message because you might be expecting it to come in a different way. And the way it's coming is just sit down, relax, and just listen. Allow it to guide you, allow it to come to you. You will see it, you will hear it, you'll smell it, all of it. It's circling around you. Oh, hello, Melissa. Welcome. It's circling around you. And you have the guidance that you need, but you're kind of the Fool. It's just you have this young energy and sort of want a bit of the boom, like here comes the boom and all that. And it's like, no, it's not going to come to you that way. Not from Lucifer anyway. He's going to be cool, calm, and he's going to be straightforward, but he's not going to make a grand entrance or anything like that. He'll show up as a shadow real quick, just poof. You'll be like, what the heck was that? He's not going to come in like we'll say King Payman. You know, from what I understand, when he shows up, it's bangs and drums and some craziness. Lucifer's not like that. He's not like that. So you have to first get through your mental blocks, get through your blocks, find your own inner strength, and be able to sit down and listen because he is speaking. It's just you're not exactly listening the way you should be because you're expecting too much. Expect nothing and you'll get your message. Oh, I hate that. That sounds just like one of those weird ancient Chinese things. Yes. In order to find the answer, you must expect nothing. Don't seek the answer and you will find the answer. You know, it's like, oh, what is this type of riddle? But that's what it feels like. You know, it's like stop asking for his guidance and just take his guidance. You know, it's already being given to you. It's there. I'm I hate that type of mess, but that's just what it feels like. But yeah, there you go, Josue. Just be cool, calm, collected, and you will go from there because you are the fool. But yeah, no problem. There you go. And okay, so I don't know how to pronounce this name, and I feel like a giant jerk, but I'm gonna try. All right, here we go. The butcherer of names coming in. Ab- Abhishek Singh? Is that it? Can I call you Abby? Abhishek Singh? I'm so bad at this. I am sorry. You can kick me in the face later. Um, I can do your reading, but there is a queue. There are people ahead of you. So I don't know how long it will take for me to get to you, but if you're still here and you're still wanting one, I can do that. Yep, I can do that for you, Melissa. So after Dragon, it'll be Abby and then Melissa. All right, Josue is done. Next up, Afro Samurai. Oh, Afro, did you see the new? No, you're after Afro Harley. Did you see the new Assassin's Creed thing? Good lord, people are up in arms. Even though I'm not interested in it too much, because no, Harley, you're after Afro. You're gonna, yeah, I wrote it down this time. I know my order. Uh, but yeah, they're going crazy over an actual historical figure. It's nuts. Although I'm not too interested in Assassin's Creed because, well, they don't feel like Assassin's Creed. Although I did like Origins. I did like Origins. I thought Assassin's Creed Origins was really fun and different, which is what they needed, especially after like Syndicate and Unity. Those were a little rough. But I wish they would go back to the classic Assassin's Creed like Mirage. Mirage did a good job of getting the classics. But anyway, Afro, you are up. And what would you like? No, Harley, it's Afro, then you. And then Sherlin, Nick, Dragon, Abby, Melissa. Abhi. I'm sorry. I gotta pronounce names. Learn how to pronounce stuff. All right, whatever comes out, comes out. Let's see what we got then. Whatever comes out. That's kind of random. I mean, I'm sure there's a reason for that, but all right, we'll go with it, Nick. right. This is for Afro. This is for Afro. This is for Afro Samurai. Let's give it one more mix and see what comes out for you. I always say let's give it one more mix, and then I end up shuffling 10 more freaking times. I have to stop that. Oh, and oh wow, I just dropped the cards. Next week, I might have a very special guest coming on for the podcast. So this will be someone completely new, and they are also from the good old UK. All right. Not John yet, Nick. I'm working on it. Don't you worry. All right. Let's see what we got for you, Afro. Uh-oh. Okay, so Afro, it looks like for you, it's all about balance here. We got a couple of twos that came out, three twos actually, that came out. Alrighty. So, yeah, we're looking at balance for you, Afro. We start off with the Two of Pentacles, which talks about change, and traditionally, the Two of Pentacles is about balance. And right next to that Two of Pentacles, we have the Two of Wands. And even though the keyword is influence, we're still looking at processing, processing, thinking, understanding before going out and doing something. And I can't tell you that one, bored, whoa. And then we have the Chariot here, which is going forth on that decision. So you are entering a crossroads here. And we're entering a crossroads here. And it's going to be time for you to make a decision. It's going to be a sink or float, do or die type of, well, not die, but do or do not type of thing. So the Two of Pentacles is looking at it from a practical perspective, whereas the Two of Wands is gauging up and firing up to walk forward with that decision. It's not made yet. Maybe it hasn't even come to you yet, but it's getting there. The Chariot is that action in motion. So decision time is approaching, and you're either going to do or do not. There is no wrong answer here, which is the great thing. You know, sometimes people, they worry about like, oh my gosh, is this right for me? Is this not? Is it wrong? You know, and there is no wrong answer. It's just about choices, and you're gonna have a couple of them. Now, if we do look at the keywords, change and influence, then we can almost see it like whatever you choose, it is definitely going to influence not just yourself, but quite possibly another person, those around you. Whereas this Chariot, it's definitely you going forth. There's no escaping No escaping this choice or choices because it could be more than one. But that's all right because you're not the type who's going to be spontaneous or just random, like, I'm going to do this and not think about it. You're going to actually think about it, which you're probably already doing. Take everything into account and then go forth. Uh, but yeah, we're looking at choices here and trying to balance out what works best for you versus someone else versus your work versus creativity, all of that. It's definitely you doing a balancing act and coming up with the best decision. And the chariot is saying, once you make that decision, hold firm, don't change your mind, go forth with it. And people are either going to be with you or not. I almost said with you or against you, but no, I don't think you're going to have anyone against you. You're likable. You're not like some people who probably need a kick to the head, but no, you're good. Okay, so my neighbors are blowing a horn. Thank you very much for that, annoying people. Oop. Next up, we have the Two of Swords, not really wanting to make a decision, and the Seven of Wands, holding down the fort, holding your ground in whatever it is that you do. So now things sort of flip a little bit, but being that these are swords, we're looking at mental stuff. Not saying you're mental, I'm just saying thinking about things in your head, playing it out, trying to figure it out. And the Seven of Wands is, yeah, whatever you decide to do, hold it down. People are probably going to try and change your mind and influence you. Don't allow it to get to you. Don't allow someone else's influence to break and bend your decision. You made your decision for a reason and stick to it. Whatever you choose, stick to it. That's your path. Don't change it. The Two of Swords is, again, having to sort of navigate things. You want well, we'll say you want a perfect ending for everyone involved, but life isn't perfect and you just can't have that. And sometimes when we want something to be perfect, then we don't make a choice and everything goes up in smoke and that will lead us nowhere. So don't shoot for the perfect ending, just shoot for what's best for you with this Two of Swords. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be good for you. And this is one of those things where it's okay to be selfish and put yourself first, especially with the choices and everything. It's going to affect other people perhaps, but that's all right. You're numero uno. This is your life and you have to do what's best for you. And when you make that decision, it doesn't matter if folks get mad or what, you hold down your freaking ground. There we go. Hold down your ground. Defend your ideals, defend what you've done, because it's not like you're going to go out and murder someone. I mean, boy, if you do that, well, don't tell me about it. You're on your own, but I don't think you're going to do that, So hold down your choices, your passions, your decisions, and know that there is no wrong one. You're just doing what's best for you. So be prepared for that. And yeah, so there you go, Afro. Okay, Harley, you are up next, and you're going to actually make me get up and get the Angelarium. It's not next to me. Gosh darn it. I didn't want to get up. I'm in a I'm in a really nice spot. Okay, there we go. Afro. All right. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna get the deck. Oh, okay. Oh, snap. Well, that's gonna be huge, man. I hope it goes well for you. If that's the decision, trying to figure it out. I'm just making sure everything is okay. So that's huge. All right. All right. Let me get this deck for you, Harley. All righty. So, Harley, I need you to pick two numbers between 1 and 33. And I don't know why, but shook me all night long, just jumped in my head. I love that song, AC/DC. She was a fast machine. She kept her motor clean. She was the best woman that I've ever seen. Telling me no lies. Knocking me out with those American thighs. She told me to come, but I was already there. The world was shaking. The earth was quaking. My mind was aching. One more, Harley. You got 19. I need one more between 1 and 33. And then you shook me all night long. Yeah, you shook me out. 23. Okay, 19 and 23. So this is for Harley. What is the message that she needs to know? And Sherlin, you will be up next. So hopefully you're still here. You're on deck. Okay, this is for Harley. Okay, I can't wait to hear it. All right, 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Ooh. All right, Harley, you have Malkuth, the Ground Kingdom, and you have Leliel, the Angel of the Night. Is that a song? Angel of the Night? Maybe it isn't. Oh wow, she's changing up the colors on this one slightly, but still, she looks freaking awesome. Malkuth and the Angel of the Night, Leliel. That's interesting with Malkuth, the ground, the kingdom. So, Harley, you might have to learn how to ground yourself. In other words, get your head out of the clouds too much and don't be so hyper. I know that sounds weird, but you might have to slow yourself down a little bit and watch your anxieties and just your anxiousness in general and slow it down and have more faith in the direction you're going. That's what immediately jumps out to me with Malkuth. Now, you guys know I like reading from the book for the oracles. This one's a little bit more difficult to do, but I still like it. But yeah, you need to ground yourself. You need to calm down. You need stability, Harley. And and with the Angel of the Night, I am not entirely sure yet. Leliel. I like that name. Leliel has always been a good one. All right, here we go. Malkuth. the 10th and final emanation, the physical world in which we live, the domain of mankind. Malkuth is an emanation of emanations, the culmination of the many aspects that form the tree of life. Everything from our bodies to the experiences we have in them to the world in which we exist is Malkuth. The infinite space that expands across the universe is a manifestation of her. At the feet of the tree of life, the ground stretches outward, forming a base. This is the space where Malkuth exists. She is beyond just being the lowest point. She is the foundation itself, being the thing that we experience every moment in our lives. Malkuth contrasts clearly with Katir, whose existence is marked by its total unknowability. As with all things in the tree, one mirrors the other, forming a complete continuum through which we can understand the boundaries of existence. And she's found in the earth, our bodies, home. So I feel like, yeah, you need to ground yourself. You need to slow yourself down and try not to overthink things, or else I mean, this sounds bad, but you're going to give yourself a freaking heart attack or a stroke or something. And you you probably need to really make your home a home. I don't know if you've done that or not, but you need your own space to actually grow in. And I I want to say once you do that, you'll actually start putting out energy that will bring in more, oddly enough, material things like money, for instance, and that will contribute to you being more grounded. So you have to find your thing to slow your roll so you can actually build up and grow and all of that stuff, because right now you're just too over all over the place. All right. Leliel, a fleeting spirit who dances across the sky, beautiful but aloof. Stars fills the Stars fill the tresses, not trees, Melvin. Good Lord. Stars fill the tresses of Leliel's hair. The night passes whether we are lost to quiet murmurs of sleep or staring out at darkened expanse of sky. For everything you see, there are 1,000 things unseen. You witness the glimmer, the gleaming of what is truly there. Leliel passes from star to star, filling the night with light. One would think the darkness Leliel's realm. However, it is starlight that heralds night's arrival. What lullabies await us? What glittering night charms with Leliel hang up the sky for all to see, for all to dream? And she's found in Wind, Sheer Cloth, the Moon. So essentially, with her, I don't know if you know what your passions are, whatever your dreams are that you want to reach, that you want to have. And you might just be going through the motions at the moment. And I think that's why it's important Malkuth showed up to get you grounded so you can dream for the stars and actually find your passion and something to reach for, a goal that's specifically for you. It doesn't have to be anything crazy big or something super small. It's just something for you. You need to find your passion. You need to slow down and ground yourself a little bit. Find what it is that you love and that you're passionate about that just gets you going, and build up towards it, grow towards that. And I think once you do that, you attract material things like, again, money, or not fame exactly. I don't think you want to be famous. That doesn't strike me, but some type of income comes from it. But in order to reach the stars, you have to first plant that seed so it can grow up big, tall, strong, whatever it's going to turn into, so you can reach them. So you gotta slow it down, take a step back, find what it is that you love, what you're passionate about, work towards that. So don't be surprised if somehow you end up back in school or taking some type of classes so you can get there. I could see that happening. I think that would be good for you because you need a little bit of organization and just grounding so then you can reach those stars, those dreams, whatever they may be. But yeah, there you go, Harley. Okay, Sherlin, you are up. Okay, so what is the big update? I am curious. You're welcome, Harley. Oh, yeah, it's okay. Just curse it out. I'll get it working. Oops, sorry. Dead air. I just realized. Sorry about that, guys. I was over here stretching and yawning, just like, ooh. Oh, snap. Oh, well. Isn't he a wiener? Sorry to hear that. Man, you want me and Nick to, teach him a lesson? We just so happen to have a crowbar and a baseball bat. Okay, so, all right. This is going to be a tough one. Definitely using the right deck then, the Lost Hollow. Um, all right, let's see what we can see. Let's see what will come out. But I am sorry you had to deal with a numbskull like him. That's not cool. It's always a jerk somewhere. Okay, so what is Sherlin's next move? What is Sherlin's next move? What is Sherlin's next move? What does she need to do? And Nick, you're on deck, so get ready. What is Sherlin's next move? What should she do? What's going on? What is happening? Okay, let's give it one more mix. See what we got. Will you look at that? I actually only shuffled one last time. Ooh. Mm-mm. You know what? I've been drawing 5 cards, but I feel like I should draw an extra one for you. Oh, interesting. I didn't even realize I did it that way. Oh, okay. So I don't know how I did that, but we're going to go with it. So normally I always pull the cards from the top, and every now and then I'll look at the bottom card of a deck. I don't know how I did this, but somehow I had the cards um, bottom up. So all of these came from the bottom, not the top, which I didn't even realize. But we're gonna stick with it. I think it happened for a reason. So we're gonna stick with it, and we're gonna go with it. But we we have some mess. Okay, so we start off with the King of Cups here. Cups being water, it's emotion, where we're going, where we're flowing. And his tentacles are everywhere. And for me, this is weathering the storm. This is almost like sit tight and just weather the storm. Let it pass first because you're not stuck. You're only stuck if you feel you're stuck. You're not stuck. You have options. Looking at these tentacles, you have options here and there and all around, but you need to just sit and relax and realize you just got over one obstacle. Don't worry about the other hurdles just yet. You need to relax and really say, all right, wow, don't have to deal with that prick again. You know, that, and that's huge because that will take stress off of you. And right now, with that King of Pentacles, it's almost like you are too emotionally involved or just too emotional over it. And you got to get that in check, calm down. I'm not saying you're going wild or crazy or anything, but just keep yourself calm and look at your victory. And that takes us to the Chariot who has returned. Let me back it up some for you guys. Sorry. There we go. So the Chariot is going forward. You're going to be able to go forward even though you have to take some licks. The Chariot is going towards an ending. I always like to say sunset. It's sunset's usually an ending. So, yeah, he's a bit injured, but he's still going on and moving forward. And I feel like this is you looking at advancement. I don't know if you've looked at advancement before or not, but I think you should look at advancing yourself, even if you have to take some special classes or get some type of certification, whatever it is. It's time for advancement after jumping over this hurdle. And this is where the magician comes in. The magician, of course, makes magic happen. This is manifestation and speaking it into existence, seeing it, making it yours. And being that he's next to the Chariot, I almost feel like it's momentum that's coming to you so you can have advancement. It's time for you to advance. And the thing is, if you feel stuck there, it's okay. You can look for another place. That's the thing. A lot of people forget. And even though it's going to be difficult with that Chariot, because this is an injured Chariot, it is difficult, but you can have more. You just have to set out and do it with this magician here. Like, make it happen, Captain. He's trying to manifest. So you are going to be in a manifestation, speaking into existence type of energy. This guy is not sitting still, even though he's injured. After our little rest period here, once you get your emotions in check and you're able to see things logically, go for advancement no matter what. And if you can't get it at the current place, you'll get it somewhere else. You need to advance. It's time. The magician is going to make it happen. He's going to open that door, create that opportunity. It's up to you to pass through it and do whatever it is you need to do to gain and obtain. But it's time for advancement. It's time to see where you can grow. It's time for more money and to push forward and get it. All right. All right. So our next three here, the 10 of Wands looks absolutely demonic and crazy. The Queen of Swords looks demented and she cut somebody's head off. And the Empress. Okay, so I don't think things are completely done with your boss or former boss, ex-boss, whatever he wants to be called. I'm saying that because of that 10 of Wands and this Queen of Swords. He might cause a stink still, and you might still have to deal with it. There's still going to be some weight that's carried on you, unfortunately. Wait, did I say king or queen? Not 10. What? Who are you? Yeah, 10. I was right. Good Lord, I'm going crazy because it looks like it's a crown, right? Doesn't that? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this looks like a crown on this head, right? I'm not just crazy. Hold up, trying to get you a better look, guys. Yeah, okay. That does look like a crown, right? Anyway, there's still a weight there that's being carried, and it's funny that I noticed the crown because it's almost like they still think they're the boss, they're the ruler. Don't be surprised if the dude is sleeping around with some employees. I probably shouldn't say that, but oh well, it's out of the bag now. Like, don't be surprised. That wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, it's still some animosity there, and eh, just don't. I don't know. I just feel like it's not exactly over just yet. I really feel like it's still a little bit more to go. And it's okay because of this Queen of Swords, that off with your head energy. Don't be afraid to take the attack to him. Don't be afraid to let it be known like, hey, this guy is not right. He's abusive. He's not physically abusive. I know he hasn't punched or anything, but abusive in the sense of he takes oh gosh, what's the word? He Oh my gosh, I can't think of the word. What is wrong with me? Come on, brain, fire on more cylinders. Yeah, there we go. Petty. We'll use petty. Sure. But he's just a jerk. And it's okay for you to go on the aggressive and let it be known and open up a case, open up a harassment thing if he was harassing you. I'm pretty sure you got your proof. You're a smart cookie. And let it be known. Don't be afraid to take the attack to him because I really feel like it's not over just yet. I really feel like this guy, he he will try to put some pressure on you. And there is that extra weight, but here's the thing. He's going to crumble with that 10 of wands. I think he crumbles, he hurts, whereas you can move on and still have growth and better. I don't think he has any more growth. I think he's peaked and he's going downhill, not in the good way. Now, this Empress is interesting because for me, this Empress, Sherlin, is saying like, hey, you make sure you take care of yourself. When when you're able to get a moment, take care of yourself. Like treat yourself well. Do some girly mess, whatever girls do. I don't know. Get your hair done, get your nails done, or you could be like me and get a triple cheeseburger. Whatever floats your boat. But this Empress is trying to say that hey, you have overcome, and it's time to celebrate. You need to celebrate you more. You need to you need to push yourself more and unleash your beauty and say, yeah, I did this. I'm cool. I'm good. You got to get your confidence up higher and higher and higher. You know, build up that ego, not inflate it to the point where a needle can pop it, but definitely build it up and feel good. The Empress is trying to say, yeah, take time for yourself. Do something for you, just very special for you, so you can get somewhat away from this. And I'm thinking that you need to also push for better positioning. Again, it could be a raise or a promotion, just something higher with more power, because once you have that, this prick crumbles because it's like, oh my gosh, we're equals. Because he's not going to exactly stop. I almost feel like there's going to be rumors spreading around or some type of not so nice things. And I feel like it will come from him. But once you get that higher position, that authoritative position, it's like, nothing you could do here. Even if you're at separate buildings and stuff and you don't work directly under him anymore, it's still one of those things. Guy feels like a prick. And if there aren't any way, if you can't go up where you're currently at, it's okay to look elsewhere, because it's time for you to move up the ranks. So I don't think you're stuck. I think you do need an emotional break for a moment, and then start looking into what you need to do for a move up the ladder, as they say. And if it's not there, it's going to be elsewhere. You need movement still. I'm not going to say you should leave the company. I'm not saying that, but I am saying that you need to look for ways to climb up the ladder. I think that would be very good for you. And because it's almost like sometimes you can get too comfortable and maybe you forget to push forward a little bit. And I think this is a good time for you after your emotional break to push forward, especially with the Empress here, taking care of yourself, putting yourself first, and having that off of your head energy. But I am saying if you can't find a way there, then it's going to be a way somewhere else. So at the moment, I'm not saying leave. Don't do that. Don't do that. But it's okay to look and shop at other places to see what they have available. I hope that makes sense. So, yeah, there you go, Sherlin. And hello, Kelvin. Welcome. I will write your name in and I will get to that. You got a few people ahead of you, but where did I put my pin? Gosh darn it. Oh, here it is. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, you're welcome, Sherlin. All right, Nick, you're up. General. Okay, we can do that. I think we'll go classic for you, Nick. Let's see what comes out. Come on, exit out of there. Thank you. Knock this energy off. You guys know what I was listening to the other day, which I can't even tell you why. I just decided to put it on. Rapper's Delight by the Sugar Hill Gang. Jesus Christ, that's a 14-minute song. How in the world do you do that? And I don't even know why I've turned it on. I don't know. I don't even. I'm not the biggest fan of rap to begin with, but or hip hop, whatever they want to call it. Actually, okay. Someone tell me this. Someone more intelligent than me. What's the difference between rap and hip hop, if there is a difference? I have absolutely no idea. Like, is hip hop, what would hip hop be considered? Sugar Hill Gang and Young MC Bust a Move versus rap such as, I don't know, uh, Ice Cube or Snoop Dogg or something? I have no idea. A subcategory of hip hop? Okay. Because I don't like either very much, but some of the hip hop from the 80s and very early 90s, they're not too bad. They're not too bad. Young MC Bust a Move, I like. Doom, doom, uh, mm. Doom, doom, doom. This is a tale for all the fellas trying to do what those ladies tell us. Get shot down because you're overzealous. Play hard to get females, get jealous. Okay, smarty, go to a party. Girls are scantily clad and showing body. I like Bust a Move. That song is awesome. Hmm. And that's the other thing. Hip hop artists, rap artists, whatever they want to be called, they don't have that voice anymore. Like, back in the 80s and 90s, early 90s, they had a certain flow to them. I don't know, they had like some weird voice thing happening. Hey there, fellas, come on in. Let me tell you about my friend Ren. It's like, okay, I can get it. And now everyone just sounds all mumbly and weird, and I don't know. It's just odd to me. I don't get it. All right, let's give it one more. Oh, thank you, Sherlyn. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's give this one more mix for you, Nick. Thank you. Let's see what we got for you. Oh, Ren. I will have to write that name down. Someone I've been speaking to introduced me to someone called Extension, Triple Extension. And while their music is not for me, I saw a documentary about him, and man, guy had a terrible life, and he had so much pain in him. But I also recognized that he was very much a musical talent. Even though his music didn't touch me, it doesn't touch me. I see why people gravitated towards him. But his life story, I became more interested in than his musical art. And he's one of those people where you just scream, why didn't someone help him sooner? Why didn't you try? And, I don't want to get on people's faiths or anything like that, but it comes a time where you got to take it out of God's hands. I remember in part of the documentary, his mother was saying how the doctor said he was bipolar and had ADHD and mess like that. And she didn't put him on medication or get the treatments he needed. And she said, like, oh no, in my family, we believe in God and God's will and faith and all that. It's just like, dude, are you kidding me right now? Like, what if it's God's will and faith for this doctor to tell you what's wrong so you can help the kid? And the guy went down the wrong path in life, and he just carried with him so much anger and pain. It was really sad. Very interesting, but really, really sad. Even though I don't care for the music, the documentary was very well done. And it's amazing how he touched so many people who are feeling the same thing, but they weren't able to express it. He was able to express it. Maybe not in the best of ways, but just very interesting. Oh, darn. Yeah, I will definitely check out Ren. So, okay, Nick, let's see, what do we have here for you? So, we start off with the Ace of Swords, and as you guys know, I like to say that aces are gifts from the universe, but going deeper than that, this almost feels like, being that it's next to this Five of Cups, this almost feels like, don't worry about what you miss out on. Don't worry about what didn't work. You have other things coming to you. And then with this King of Cups here as well, this is like, just sit back, relax, and let it pass. So you might have a little bit of a rocky season coming up, meaning that a few things might go wrong and maybe you won't reach quota, or people leave you who you don't need to leave or you don't want to leave. And it affects you. Like, it is a little bit of a hurt that you'll deal with, but at the same time, it feels like it's no big deal. More come in, and it's just like, just stay aggressive, just stay doing what you're doing and let it pass. It passes over. This is such a temporary thing, it's not even funny. Don't focus on what you lost. So, yeah, we might be looking at losing out just slightly, and it doesn't feel big. It doesn't feel big at all. The Ace of Swords is like, whatever. It happens. Here, take this. So still be aggressive with it. I mean, if you got to cry and cut some bushes, then cry while cutting the bushes. Just keep moving forward, essentially. The King of Cups is definitely, just let it pass. It's temporary. Everything passes. Don't worry about what didn't work, because you have other things that are going to work. It just may not seem like it at the time, at the start, but it works out. Things work out. I will say as well, with this Five of Cups, and this is going to be so random, but watch out with the alcohol and overindulgence. I feel like, watch out for that. That one, that feels like it'll kick you in the butt. But definitely watch out for the overindulgence of alcohol and just things in general. Like, I overindulge. I like I said, I give me a triple cheeseburger, man. We're good to go. Like, I can eat two or three of those suckers. Not good, especially since I'm trying to get in shape and get fit. So just watch out for the overindulgence of alcohol in particular. And don't worry about things going wrong. Like I said, it looks like you hit a bump, but it's insignificant in the grand scheme of things. It's not going to kill you or take you down. It just sucks for a moment, but even then, just dust off your shoulder and keep going, because the universe has your back, especially with the sword. So it's very interesting, because it feels like if someone tries to attack you, they get attacked right back, and they get it worse than you ever could. I, I mean, it's almost like a freaking 100-pound little girl stepping up to Mike Tyson. It's like, okay, yeah, you kicked him in the balls, it hurts, but man, he's gonna punch the mess out of you right back. You don't want that, lady. That's a terrible example, but well, we're sticking with it. I already said it, so no takey backies. With that King of Cups, though, that's the big one. The King of Cups is the big one for me in this row, because it is just sitting down and just not necessarily going with the flow, but allowing it to pass by and just not getting hung up. Sometimes it's so easy for us to get hung up on things that we miss out on or that we fail at, and we then sabotage ourselves from what we won't fail at, what we could have. So make sure you're able to let go. That's the biggest thing. Make sure you're able to let go and stay flexible, because you're going to lose out on something here, but not the end of the world. You will gain later. All right. So, the Magician and the Six of Pentacles. So, the Magician is, again, manifesting, creating out of nothing. Or maybe it's not creating out of nothing, but it's alchemy, changing two opposite elements and making something new from them. Two things that just shouldn't work, and yet you make it work. To me, this magician is saying, like, yeah, you're going to make it work. You're going to make the magic happen. You're already on top of your game. And honestly, Nick, I don't know if you're looking into some spell work or doing spell work, but I think it would be good for you right now. Kind of like Sherlin as well. With Sherlin, I think for her, like doing a little bit of candle work would be very beneficial. I think for you, Nick, a little bit of candle work will be beneficial because you're going to enter into this manifestation zone where you speak it into existence. That's why whatever fails, don't even worry about it. You recover from it. It's no big deal. Now, the Six of Pentacles is interesting because it's giving and receiving and making sure you know your worth and making sure who you're giving your time to, your money to, is worth it. So I'm going to say watch out for someone who enters into your life. It could be romantic, it could be even business, but it it's gonna be an investment nonetheless. And when I say investment, I don't mean like, yeah, I give you this so you could give me this later. No. Investment in the sense of you're giving someone your time and you hope they appreciate it and things grow, whether it is romantic, whether it is business or friendship. You know, you invest your time and you hope it grows into something good. So your time is worth it. Your investment is worth it. Watch who you give your time to. Don't invest in the wrong people. So I think you're going to have someone who you're thinking about investing in, or maybe it's already happened, and it's okay if they don't turn out the way you want them to. And it might not even be a person, it could be a thing as well. You know, like since I'm a huge nerd, you know, investing in Nintendo or something. Like I bought a Switch because I want to play all these first party games, and well, I think the only worthwhile games at the moment is Zelda and Mario. And that's about it. And that would have been a bad investment. I would be highly upset. But again, maybe a terrible example, but an example nonetheless. Going back to the magician, yeah, it feels like you are bringing forth. When we try to bring things forth, when we work our magic and everything, it doesn't happen instantly. Very rarely it does, I should say. It takes time. I feel like for you, things are already in motion and it takes time. And then sometimes you do have to get folks out of the way who don't help you. So you losing out on something may not actually be you losing out. It's things getting out of the way so you can have the grand finale, so you can have the grand thing that you've been working for. So look into doing a little candle magic. And with this Six of Pentacles, be careful what you invest your time into because I don't think it's going to pan out right away. It's all right to say goodbye to whatever it is, person, place, thing, whatever. But be careful who you invest in. If you can't invest in yourself, shoot, do that if you can. And watch out for the overindulgent. Make sure you don't overindulge in alcohol. I think that's very important. So, if I were you, I wouldn't do any drinking for a minute. Just wait until next month. No drinking this month. But yeah, there you go, Nick. I don't know. That just randomly popped in my head when I saw the five of cups. So I'm just going. I just speak what I feel. So, but yeah, just no alcohol. I mean, you're an adult. You can do whatever you want, but I would say no alcohol for a minute. Or I don't know, maybe you want to just live it up. Totally up to you. Yeah, you're welcome, Nick. You're welcome. All right, Dragon, you are up. Oh, sorry, dead air again. I'm over here waiting. I'm like, oh, I have to remember there's a bit of a lag. Lag, not lag, but latency. Well, same thing. All right, what message do I need? All righty. Um, what message do I need? Dragon Dancer, I sort of want to get a Dragon Tarot deck or something just specifically for you. I know that sounds weird, but I kind of want to do that. Maybe I'll use you as an excuse to get a dragon deck. So, yeah, if I pay like $80 for it, I'm just gonna blame you, and you better show up every time I use it. So it's like, okay, dragon, you better be here. All right, what is the message for Dragon Dancer? What is the message for Dragon Dancer? What is the message for Dragon Dancer? Well, don't blame me for that, although AC/DC is a good group to get stuck in your head. They're awesome. Thunderstrong. Do any of you guys have a favorite AC/DC song, or do you think they're just garbage? Now, I am not a fan. I won't say I'm not a fan of Guns N' Roses, but I only know one. No, 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 no. Two Guns N' Roses songs. So I guess I'm not the biggest fan. And the only reason why I know one of them is because of a freaking video game. What is the name of that game? It's terrible. I mean, no, the game was actually really good, but it's terrible because the guys who made it, freaking EA killed their company. Take me down to the Paradise City. Okay. What is that thing called? Crash, Outlaw, Outlast, Burnout. Burnout. Yeah, that's what it is. Is it Burnout? Burnout Paradise City or some mess? Yeah, well, whatever. All right, let's give it one more mix for you, Dragon. And let's see what we go. Oh, shoot. Okay. We're not starting off hot here. All right, I think we'll just pull one more for you, Dragon. Alrighty. Well, Dragon Dancer, we got some ups and downs here. Um, All right, so as you can see, we're starting off with the tower, and that is a collapse. Now, you know, I know people are terrified of the tower, and it's like, oh, it's not good, and things go wrong. And, well, maybe things go wrong, but it's so they can go right later, where we can see it as boundaries coming down and this and that. But in this case, well, I don't know. We're looking at a bit of a crash. So you might hit a low soon. And with that nine of swords next to it, I'm wondering if it's a mental low more so than like something physical or your home blowing up or some mess. I do not think your home is going to blow up, but I'm wondering if it's depression that hits you or some type of anxiety and it just knocks you on your butt and you lose motivation for a minute. This is also temporary. This doesn't feel like it's going to go on forever, but we are looking at a breakdown of sorts, and it can even be health wise as well, but it's a low point. Yeah, don't worry. The house is not going to go boom. But we are looking at a low point, unfortunately, and it's like motivation stops for a minute, and it's just maybe dealing with pain, and it could be depression, anxieties, and it's getting over that. And the worst part is this tower triggers it, so you might see something that just hurts you, and I don't know if it's avoidable. It probably isn't, to be totally honest with you, but the tower is the catalyst that leads to this. But right after we have the lovers here, and with the lovers, and I'm not seeing this as a true love saves the day, but I'm actually seeing it as community companionship, people being there for you and showering you with that type of love. So it's almost like when you're feeling low and blue and just not yourself, it's okay to reach out and speak to your people, whomever they may be, and that helps you because you have a support system. You do have love around you, and it helps pull you out of that nonsense, whatever this mess is here. Oh, hello, doll. It helps pull you out of that. There's a bit of a wait, doll, but okay. Community gets you moving and grooving again. And that is what we want. So, yeah, it looks like you're going to hit a low point here. It's okay. You'll get out of it. That's why this is so important. Asking for help, not being afraid to ask for help, because a lot of times people don't want to ask for help. They try to muscle through on their own, and it's okay. Don't do that. It's all right to share your feelings. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to just say, hey, I'm not feeling my best. Please help me or be there. Even if you don't say anything, just knowing you're there and you care, that goes a long way. So prepare for that. Yeah, just prepare. It's going to be rocky and not a lot of fun, but I do think this is the trigger. Okay. All right, so Page of Cups, Five of Wands, and the King of Wands. So the Page of Cups is that guidance, listening to your intuition. We could say spirit guides, whatever we want to call it. That little inner voice. It's listening to that and accepting its guidance so you can get through whatever you need to get through. Right next to that, we have this Five of Wands, this conflict. So we are looking at. Actually, I want to say we're looking at avoiding conflict here. I don't feel like it's you being led into conflict, it's trying to avoid it. And in order to avoid it, you need to not be so stubborn, because I think you could be stubborn, but not be so stubborn, and listen to that inner voice, listen to your guides, see the signs to avoid that conflict. And the conflict could involve family or people around you. I don't necessarily think it's something directly tied to you, it's around you. And I say that because of the King of Wands. The King of Wands is just kind of there. He's just sitting, relaxing, just looking at it like, yes, fight, you peasants, fight. Oh, okay. Well, get unstubborn. Oh, and happy belated birthday. Good Lord. I missed it. Are you a April or a May Taurus? Just for my own curiosity. But yeah, you got to listen more, be a little bit more flexible to avoid this conflict. Like I said, I don't think it's directly tied to you, it's around you, but it's easy to get sucked in. It's almost like, hey, I'm right, aren't I? No, I'm right. Hey, dragon, who's right? And it's like, oh no, avoid that. Oh, well, son of a monkey's uncle. How could I not remember that? Well, shoot. We're twinsies. Happy late birthday. Well, son of a monkey's uncle. But yeah, so it's avoid that. Just say no. I'm not getting involved. Figure it out yourself and be like this King of Wands and just watch it happen. Being that these are wands going on with this, I want to say it has to do with a difference of ideals and opinions. And I mean, this could even be political, it feels like. Definitely say no. Um, because I wouldn't be surprised if it's political opinion that starts this mess, and you just don't need to deal with it because no good comes from it. I mean, it's okay to discuss politics and everything amongst peers, but the problem is people take it so personally and they act as if someone's opinion is a personal attack on them. And then they start saying, no, you're wrong. You're wrong. And it's like, I'm not wrong. Just see things from a different perspective. And that goes the opposite way as well. Remember, if someone is sharing their ideology, whatever it may be, and you disagree with it, it's okay. They're just sharing things from a different perspective. You may not agree with it, but, it's how they see the world. So, just try to keep that in mind. It's like, all right, this is how you see it. I don't agree with it, but I'm certainly not going to argue. Not worth the energy. But yeah, avoid the drama, avoid that conflict. Be like the King of Wands who just watches. Definitely just watch from afar. And it looks like you will be guided away from it. You will know when it happens. Your intuition is going to kick off like crazy. And they might say something stupid or whatever. It's just not worth it. Stay away from it, dragon. For the first part, though, definitely don't be afraid to reach out to community, to your family, friends, whoever you're close to, and ask for help when that tower moment happens, followed by that nine of swords, that anxiety and fear that just kind of beats you down. Don't be afraid to voice up and say, hey, I'm scared, or I just need support, just a friend, whatever it may be. And avoid this by any means. Not worth it. Listen to what the universe is telling you, which is don't be so stubborn, please. And take the path we're trying to point you towards. And then our King of Wands, just sit back and let them do their thing. It's not worth it. Just cool your horses, cool your jets. But yeah, there you go, Dragon Dancer. Well, hey, make sure Winnie the Pooh is happy. So, or wait, not Winnie the Pooh, you freaking Yogi. you know, make sure he has his picnic baskets. You're welcome, Dragon. All right, so I don't know if they're still here. Most likely they're not, but Abby, are you still here? I can't pronounce your name. I'm sorry. Abby Singh. I think that was it. But they might be gone, which is okay if they are. I understand because, these things take a minute to get to, and first come, first serve. Yeah, looks like they are out. This next person might be out too. Melissa, are you still around? She might have been gone, even though she said she'd wait, but she might have hit the road because we're coming in on. Oh, you're still here. Oh my gosh, you hung out with us for almost 2 hours. Are you crazy, lady? What's wrong with you? All right, you're up. You are up. So, what would you like to know, hear, see, all that good stuff? Oh boy, that felt good. I finally cracked my back, and it was just, oh, felt amazing. New job. Okay. You know what? I think we're going to switch it up for you, Melissa. And we're going to hit you with the curveball here. And we're going to use the Rackham Tarot. Let's see what we got. Knock that energy off. Doom 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 doom. Is that a hit? Oh no, no, get out of my head. We don't need that right now. Yo, Master G, my mad flow is on you. So what you gonna do? Well, it's on. No, stop it, Melvin. Get out. You're gonna sound crazy. These people are waiting, and I'm sounding like a nut. Get out, Rapper's Delight. No, you will not invade my thoughts. All right, this is for Melissa. This is for Melissa. This is for Melissa. Will she find a new job? Will she have a new job? What's going on with the work situation? All right, let's give it one more mix, see what we got for you. Uh-oh, cats are fighting outside. Like, it's so many cats around here. It's insane. Between one of my neighbors, she has like 10 cats, and then another one has 15, and they like walking through my freaking yard. Like every single one of them. I always see them every day. And they take the same route and just go right on through like they own the place. All right. All right, let's see what we got for you, Melissa. Hmm. Oh, okay. What the heck? Okay, well, the simple answer to your question, yes. You have three ones that came out. One of them being Pandora's box, but that's in this deck, it's the Magician. Okay, this is the first time I've really seen that, but okay, even wow, even this one, the 10 of Cups, it's still a 1. and then we have a two. But yeah, one's all around. Yeah, the simple answer to your question, yes, you will be finding a job soon or getting a new one. Yeah, I don't even really have to go into detail here. It's just, yes, this is happening. But let's try going into a little detail. All right, so we start off with the ace or the one of pentacles, whatever you want to call it. And pentacles tend to deal with money. Money, 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 money. Everyone likes money, of course. And this is, it's coming forth. The only problem is it's slow. All pentacles are freaking slow. Earth elements in general are just slow because it's not that they're slow just to be slow, but they're slow because they want to make sure everything is right. So your voice has been heard. The universe has heard you, and it's coming forth. It's coming forward with this Ace of Pentacles. It's happening. Well, I don't know if you're going to get paid more. I mean, that's up to you in negotiations, but you do have a job coming. This is happening, and I will say it's sooner than you think. I don't think it's too far off. This isn't a, oh, I gotta wait 5, 6 months type of situation or next year. No, I think it's sooner than you think. With this Ace of Pentacles, it is the universe saying, okay, here's the seed. It's been planted. Now our major arcana here, this magician, which is Pandora's box, this is opening up the floodgates. So this is kind of a double-edged sword. This is almost like too many people contacting you. Don't be surprised if you get contacted by more than one place to hire you. To the point where I'm wondering if you were nuking some stuff with a little bit of magical workings where you're trying to open up the door or whatever. Because, Pandora's box, it led to a lot of nasty stuff, unfortunately. But this is, I don't want you to get overwhelmed by offers. So I'm wondering if you use a little bit of spell work to open a door or two. But being that this is still the magician, this is manifestation happening, coming to you, and it's going through the motions. It's coming there. I would be cautious with a little bit of the spell work because you could definitely bring in offers. With the next one, our Ace of Wands or One of Wands, again, whatever we want to call it. This is, again, going forward. So this one is the movement, passion, fiery card. So if the pentacle here, if this is the seed, this is all the growth. And we are looking at extreme growth, like definitely moving forward. You will get a different job. You have this job. You will land it. It's just keeping, this is going to sound so weird, but it's like keeping your anxieties in check and try not to overload yourself with overthinking. I know that sounds odd, but it's almost like that. It's like, hey, you be still, be cool, and you already have it. See it as yours. It's your job. You got it. Slow to get there, but you're there. And now it's just contain yourself, contain your energy, especially with Pandora's box over here, because this could just be an overload. And I don't want you to overload because that just serves no one. But you have it. It's yours. It's there. It's coming to you. You're going to be eating good, we'll say. All right. So next to this 10 of cups, sometimes a bittersweet thing, saying goodbye for more, and this two of wands, planning, being pointed in the right direction. So we are definitely moving forward here. What the heck was that? Was that my phone? Or was that me? I don't think the mic picked up, but I just heard some weird boop. Okay. Anyway, I think you're definitely being pointed in the right direction, and you might even have help from beyond, but you're going the right way. And with that 10 of cups, it is saying goodbye to something for better. So I definitely think you are leaving the current job. I think that's gone bye bye. And it's like mentally prepare yourself and get your passions ready for what comes next, the new job. I think you are going to have something new. I think the old one is done specifically because of this. That 10 of cups is just, well, I always say tens are endings, and it's flowing away, finding your bearings and able to sail away. Come sail away, come sail. Get out of my head, please. I don't know why I'm in a musical mood today, but it is sailing away into better. It's just be mentally prepared, get your anxieties in check, and you need to see it as yours already. Walk in there, it's like, okay, so when do I get hired? And I'll take this much money, please. It almost feels like that. Like you walk in like you're the freaking boss. Well, maybe not like you're the boss, but like you already work there. And that Ace of Pentacles, it's like the seed's already been planted. It just needs to grow, which it's already doing. And Pandora's box opened up. You get what you want. However, it could be the extreme if you overdo it. So that's why I'm saying be cautious if you're going to nuke it with some magic if you haven't yet. That will definitely give you callbacks. So watch out with that. But yeah, there you go, Melissa. I would say yes, you will be getting a different job fairly soon, much sooner than you think, and say goodbye to the current one. All right, Kelvin, you are up, and you asked for a general. You're welcome. Okay, so let's see. Let's go back to the Rider White. We'll go classic. This is for Kelvin. Year after Kelvin, and then I will be ending because it is time for lunch. I didn't eat breakfast today, so I am hungry, and yeah. This is for Kelvin. This is for Kelvin. Whoop. Almost dropped it there. This is for Kelvin. This is for Kelvin. What does he need to know? What is going on? What is happening? Let's give it one more mix and see what we got for you. And I am so happy. It looks like we have not had any technical issues. I might have fixed the problem, which bodes well for future stuff, because, man, I was very angry not too long ago. Well, I won't say I was angry, but frustrated, definitely. Alrighty. Here we go, Kelvin. Let's see what we got for you. Oh, we got a repeat. Okay. Ooh. Alrighty. So, hmm. All right. So we start off with this nine of swords, which is anxiety, is fear, it's nerves. So, you might be dealing with anxiety at the moment or just nervous about things. And, it could be keeping you up at night where you're just not having the rest that you need. Right next to that, we have that Queen of Pentacles, who is very motherly, in my opinion, in this deck anyway. And it's an embrace, it's taken care of. So I don't know if you have someone who's going to help you out or take care of you, but it looks like you will have someone come into your life who's going to help take care of you and help rid you of this fear, this anxiety, whatever this nastiness is right here. So this is someone who's a helper and a caretaker almost. That's what it feels like. It feels like they're a caretaker. Now, I won't say they're a lover or anything like that. I don't really feel that, but I feel like a caretaker. And the nine of swords there, it's just what you're dealing with. Not having a restful night and really needing that and just kind of having a headache and just annoyed like when is this going to be over, but they help you, whoever this is, this Queen of Pentacles. And it might not even be a person, it could be a thing, it could be a distraction or a hobby that you pick up, but it helps you. Now, this Two of Cups is understanding, coming into an agreement, meeting in the middle somewhere. And being that these are cups, we're looking at emotion. Usually, in this case, I don't know, I don't really feel the emotional aspect. I'm thinking it is coming to terms and having better understanding of what you're dealing with and what you're going to be dealing with, and it's an understanding of yourself. It feels like this helps you understand you better, what you're capable of, and what you will be doing in the future. So, understanding, definitely understanding yourself better and seeing how strong you are, that you're able to push on and not take mess. We'll say that as well, especially from yourself, because sometimes we take a lot of stuff from ourselves. I'm including me in this. We as people, we're hard on ourselves and we shouldn't be. We really shouldn't. But unfortunately we are. But that Two of Cups feels like you come to an understanding, an agreement, and you're able to move on. It helps you move on. It helps you understand. It helps you grow. So a lot of growth, a lot of healing here for you, it feels like. Emotional, mental, maybe even physical, because of this Queen of Pentacles. It's a lot of healing, which is great. We want that. And it helps you move on, find your strength. This Queen of Pentacles in particular, like I said, this feels like a caretaker. All right. Now, these next two are very interesting here. So we have the Queen of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. The the Page of Pentacles to me is the most interesting because that's young energy flowing through, and it's like, okay, I get to go back on this. The Page of Pentacles, it's going back on a journey. It's rediscovering yourself and able to move on. And it's like, wow. And being presented with something that you were missing. Whereas the Queen of Cups, she is sitting and it's no storm, unlike the King of Cups. Like with the King of Cups, I would say, let the storm pass. With the Queen of Cups, it's finding your control again, having control over yourself, over your life. So I think you regain control over your life if you felt you weren't exactly in control of it. I think you regain control. You reestablish power. You reestablish freedom, and that's where that Page of Pentacle comes in, where it's like, yes, I have this freedom. I've earned it. I've earned this. So I think you've earned something that's coming to you. And it could be material, and you could go forth with it. It's yours. You deserve it. You've earned it. You put in the work. That Queen of Cups is you reestablishing control over your life. It's like you haven't had control or done things the way you wanted to or how you needed to, but now you got it. It's established. And from that, you can take steps forward and go and do your thing. That's what's happening here. So this is awesome. So ultimately, you regain control. You know yourself better. You're able to heal. Don't be surprised if a caretaker or someone shows up or something like that who helps you through. It could even be a therapist. And you've earned everything that's coming towards you or to you. You've earned it. You put in the work, it pays off. And you have control over your life and over yourself again. But yeah, there you go, Kelvin. All right, doll, you are up. Unless you left. I don't think you left. I hope not, because you're up. And hello, Anu. I hope you don't mind me calling you Anu, because I don't know how to pronounce the rest of your name. But yeah, you will probably be the last one. So I can do that for you. Oh, who is messaging me? I'm busy. Why are you messaging me? All right, dog. Oh, there we go. Uh-oh. Did I just mess something up? I did. Oops. Okay, so I accidentally knocked the camera off. So I should probably try and fix that. Let's see. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, no problem, Kelvin. That's not good. Yeah, let's reset this camera, shall we? Roman, who is he really? Okay, I guess we can do that. I'm just trying to get the camera fixed real quick. Um, all right, well, we're partially back. Give me a second while I try to fix the lighting on this thing, because this is going to make someone go blind, namely myself. There we go. It's a bit better. All right, tell you about Roman. Tell you about Roman. Yeah, that'll do. All right. Okay, so I guess we'll stick with the Rider White for this. And who is Roman? Who is Roman really? What does Doll need to know about Roman? Hey, cousin, want to go bowling? Oh boy. There's only a select few of people who would get that reference, and I think it's only 3 people in here right now who would really pick up on it. Let's go bowling, cousin. All right. Who is Roman? Who is he really? Who is Roman really? This is for Doll. Daughters of Lilith, or daughter of Lilith, rather. Who is Roman? All right, let's give it one more mix. And see what we got. Oh, okay, well, here we go again. Well, evidently, Roman is a mixed bag of nuts here. Yep. I knew you were one of the people who I knew would get that afro. I straight up said to myself, Afro will know. Come on, cousin, let's go bowling. Okay. Hmm. Well, doll, we are we're looking at stuff. Hmm. I'm trying to look at where to start here because that tower is throwing me off, but then we got the lovers on the other end of it with the that 6 of Wands coming in hot as well. Hmm. Okay. So what's getting me is this: the tower is a collapse, but the 6 of Wands, it's victory. It's riding off to something better, which is the lovers here. So we're looking at someone who, I won't say they have a hero complex, but at the very least they're helpful, and they perhaps want growth. They want a relationship. It is something there, but at the same time, I don't know if inside of them they're dealing with depression and loneliness or whatnot. They want to be the hero, but maybe they're not the hero. Not everyone can, unfortunately, be Batman. Well, I don't know if we all want to be. We want to be Bruce Wayne, but not so much Batman. So we're looking at trying to rise above whatever this tower is, this hurting and almost emptiness. Whereas that six of wands is a good energy going towards that lovers, that support. So we're looking at someone who's supportive, probably because they have a past, and I would say they might be a bit controlling. There is a little bit of control issues here, but not a terrible person. I do think they've experienced some type of hurt. I don't think I don't think they're out to really do any sort of damage or anything like that. And I think they're looking for support and they want to give support with the lovers here. Now, are they in love with someone or anything? I don't know. I can't say, but there is some support here, but at the same time, they're controlling and I think they like attention. And yeah, like I said, I want. I feel like there's a little bit of a hero complex, just slightly, very slightly. Like notice me or not even notice me, but it's like I want to do good. I want to do good and save the day to an extent, but it is covering up for other things with that tower. And the lovers is that support. There's someone who will be supportive and they will for the most part be there, but like I said, it feels like it's just something controlling about it. Okay. Now these two are interesting. So this 9 of swords here is just I don't know what's going on with that thing in this card today, but this sucker just won't stop coming out. But this is fear and anxiety and this knight of swords is going forward. So I would say that they're afraid of loss. The Knight of Swords, swords being that air element where our mind is, I would say they're afraid of losing. They're losing out. They're afraid of not having. And sometimes they can become a little delusional and they have to get out of their own mind. So that's an issue there. Like they get caught up in their own mind, their own imagination a little bit too much, and there is a fear of missing out, that anxiety, and they have to work on that and not be afraid to miss out. It's okay. We all miss out on something. We can make up for it. No big deal. Not the end of the world. And if it is the end of the world, well, man, go down eating some strawberry cheesecake. But it's not the end of the world. But they are in their mind a lot. I think they overthink. It's overthinking that leads to some anxieties, and that could lead to the controlling aspect of it where they have to watch out for. But this Knight of Swords is also like, hey, I'll come for you. You know, I'll do what I can. So this is someone who will try, and they do care. When they care strongly. But it's also a bit of hurt that they're dealing with, and they come from a tower situation. I don't think they're having a tower moment. They just come from that situation, and they might fall into escapism where they don't really face reality the way they should. And so sometimes when it hits them, it's just like, ooh, ooh, it hits hard. But overall, I think they're a decent person. I don't think they're out to harm anyone. I I do think that they they are supportive. They like supporting. They care. but at the same time, they could become a little bit delusional, a little bit controlling, and they have to work on that. But yeah, there you go, doll. And hello, paranormal witch. Welcome. Okay, Anu, are you here? You are our last one for today. Where did I put my pen? I lost it again. Okay. All right, Anu, what would you like? Kushi. All right. I'm sorry for butchering names. I'm just really bad with names, but will there be a reconciliation? All right. Well, you're the first to say that, and you're a good liar. I appreciate it. All right. Okay, so I think for this, I'll use the tarot of sexual magic. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Okay, so will there be a reconciliation? Will there be a reconciliation? Anu, out of curiosity, and you don't have to say if you don't want, but out of curiosity, are you Indian by chance? Will there be? Okay. All right. I was just curious. Oh, hello, Eddie. Welcome. Will there be a reconciliation between Anu and Kushi? Will there be a reconciliation? Will there be reconciliation between Kushi and Anu? Okay. Will there be a reconciliation between Anu and Kushi? All right, let's give it one more mix and see what we got. Oh, that happened. I'm gonna actually have to give it another mix. And let's see what we get. There we go. That was better. Oh, what happened, Eddie? Oh, five. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome, doll. Not the best, but you're welcome. Uh-oh. Oh, something like that, Eddie. Well, not using my deck, but other decks. Okay. All right. So, Anu, we're going places here. So, we start off with the five of swords. Swords are air element, usually where our mind is, what we're thinking about, sometimes our imagination. And we're looking at distraction almost. Mm, Being that distraction is here, I would say now isn't the time for a reconciliation. I don't know if you guys got into a fight or had some type of disagreement or what, but right now isn't the time for it. You need to let things pass by for a bit, even though, you know, you might want it, they might want it, but it's best to give it a little bit of time so you can figure out what went wrong or what happened before jumping into it. Because with this five of swords, it's almost like the attention that's needed won't be had. It'll be just a distraction somewhere. Right next to that is the major arcana temperance, and temperance is about self-discipline, self-control. Sometimes it is leaving your comfort zone as well, but in this case it feels like self-discipline. And I would say that you need to not, oh my gosh, everyone is messaging me now. I would say that you need to remain vigilant. Oh gosh, I can't say that word. Vigilant. Oh my gosh, vigilant. There we go. I would say you need to stay vigilant on what you're doing right now. It's just now's not the time to reach out. And you have to have that discipline and control not to reach out and say, "Hey, come on, what are you doing? Let's be friends again," or whatever. Like, just wait a bit and get yourself busy with something. It's just not the time to reach out. I do think you will reconcile. I'll get to that in a second. Why I think that, but at the moment, I feel like you're not supposed to. And then that takes us to this Ten of Swords. And the Ten of Swords is usually, tens are usually endings. And it's like letting go of the hurt, letting go of the pain, and wanting what you can't have. At the moment, you're wanting what you shouldn't have. And you need to not exactly walk away, but just give it time, give it space. They will reach out to you, I feel like. You just have to be patient and do your thing. They will reach out to you with this Ten of Swords. It's just right now, you just have to do you. Don't even pay attention to them. Don't worry about it. Just do you, no matter how hard it is. And that goes back to this temperance and having self control and discipline and all that, and not overthinking it. Like, yeah, like, okay, whatever happened, happened. Fine. I'm just going to go this way for a minute. We'll return back later. That's how you have to see it. All right. So, next two here. Okay. So, we have the strength card and the six of swords. Boy, howdy with that six of swords. That's what everyone wants, isn't it? But only so few of us can have. Anyway, the strength card is that inner confidence and knowing that you are going to reconcile, just not right now, later on down the line, and having the strength to not blow up their phone and say, "Hey, what are you doing? Hey, you remember this? Hey, let's be friends again. Hey, come on." Having the strength not to do that and just being cool and calm, collected, and having the strength to actually walk away. That's the hardest thing to do. Walk away to allow space to happen. The Six of Swords, however, is the reconciliation. This is moving on from rough waters and things calming down, smoothing out, and picking up where you last left off in a positive way. You just need time. The Six of Swords is saying just give it time and things smooth out. They're going to reach out to you. Just be cool. Biggest thing I could tell you is be cool. Don't try to force anything because that's going to get you nowhere. And don't overthink it. Don't get caught up on it because then you're just going to give yourself a headache. But you can have your reconciliation just a little bit down the line, further down the line, not right now. Just be cool and you will receive it. But you have to have the strength, self confidence to not reach out yourself and just do your thing and allow healing to take place or the missing you take place, whatever we want to call it. But yeah, there you go, Anu. So yeah, to answer your question, yes, there will be reconciliation, but it shouldn't be right now. It should be a little bit further down the line. Yeah, you're welcome, Anu. You are welcome. So that is going to be where I end it. Oh no, it isn't. I'm actually going to pull some group two cards for the group real quick. That's right. I said I was going to do that, and I'm going to use my deck to do that. For the time frame, well, you know what? Let me just use a pendulum for that real quick. All right. What is yes? What is no? Okay, so the time frame for Anu and Kushi, is it going to be 2 weeks or long? No. More than 2 weeks? More than 2 weeks. Are we looking at a month? More than a month? 2 months? More than 2 months? 1 to 2 months? Yes. Okay. So we're looking at 1 to 2 months, Anu. 1 to 2 months. Alrighty. Now, so this is for the group. This is for the group, and I'm gonna pull two cards out. And what is the message for the group with two cards? With two cards, what is the message for the group? Let's give it one more mix. Whoa. Okay. Well, gonna have to fix that. Things almost shot everywhere. Good lord. Let me retry that one last time. And you're welcome, Anu. And I think we'll pick one from the top and one from the bottom. I think that'll be That'll be good. All right, here's the one from the top, and here's the one from the bottom. Oh yeah, no problem, Eddie. I appreciate you dropping by. You have a good one. I'm about to head off myself, so you're not alone. I am hungry and it is lunchtime. Okay, so we have two fours. We have the four of blades and the four of canes. And we're looking at resting. So, the group or the community, we need some rest. Rest up, have some inner peace, drink a beer if you drink beer, or in my case, drink a lemonade. With the canes, it's literally that is sit outside, let things open up and come to you. We have been stressing too much, doing too much, overworking ourselves. It's time for a sit down break. It's time for have a Snickers. It's time for a Snickers, all right? So everyone, please rest, relax. You already did the magical work. You already did the spiritual work, whatever we want to call it. Now allow it to come to us because we are going to move on to that next chapter already. We're already there. You did the work. So just relax, rest, let it come to you now. But yeah, there you go. And that is where we're going to end it. Thank you all for hanging out with me. I did not expect to go over 2 hours, but mess happens. And, if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to Unexplained Possibilities for more tarot and other stuff. I don't know what the other stuff might be, but it'll be something, darn it. And next week, I have a special podcast planned, and it's going to be a fun one with someone who we'll just say they've made a little bit of a splash recently, so that'll be a lot of fun to get them on. And if you haven't done so yet as well, be sure to follow Unexplained Possibilities on Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, and Instagram. Those links are in the description below. So thank you guys again for hanging out with me, and you all have a great weekend.